how was everybody's Easter? Even if you don't celebrate Easter, how was your Sunday then? I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody had a good day. Well, Wimbledon is like early in the morning, so I hope your day will be good. Same for Howard. Yeah. My day was pretty chill. I mean, I just did my own thing. I edited the thumbnails for the next upcoming SCP. Well, I say next upcoming. That's gonna be in August when they're uploaded. What do you call Easter? I call Trans Day of Visibility. Okay. The interesting thing is, the friend that wanted to call me, she sent me a photo of a guy that looks like Jesus, just walking through her neighborhood, and I was like, Jesus is walking through your neighborhood on Easter Day? They happen to fall on the same day this year. Oh. Gotcha. I gotcha. Therefore, gotcha. It's also for me, what makes me happy, it's a wolf week. Lobo week. As a big fan of wolves, my favorite animal, I'm just like, this is nice. Next SCP is called Limbo. Oh, let's see. Actually, it's not. No, it's not too bad. It's just multiple interviews, and yeah, no, we're good. Here we go. Limbo. Safe. SCP-1922 is housed in a standard human containment cell on Site 17. The subject. Actually, can you tell me what the Trans Day of Visibility, what that entails? Because I heard that's the first time I heard of it, and then I just might be very ignorant, and I still have no idea what that entails. So if you want to explain that to me, I would appreciate it. The subject is to remain under. I mean, now that I think about it, I don't have to look far, do I? It's right there. The subject is to remain under monitoring by security personnel. Self-harmful behavior or changes in the subject's health are to be reported to Doctors Darrow and /or Hips Hill. Psychiatric evaluation with interviews are administered by Dr. Darrow and health inspection by Dr. Ips Hill. Self-producers are performed on a monthly basis and after the occurrence of anomalous activity. SCP-1922 is not allowed to possess items of combustible nature and is to be supervised to prevent contact with such when outside the cell. Mustn't have been very good at the visibility part if you never heard of it. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I heard of trans days, you know, like, I heard of that. But, like, I think it's the first time I ever heard Trans Day of Visibility. Like, that specific title. And, it's just meant to spread awareness and stuff. Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, no. Then happy Trans Day of Visibility. Absolutely. Couple of my friends are trans and or want to become trans. So at the end, I'll support it. I'll support it because like they're dear to me. That's what they want. Unless like unless it's like dangerous, then I'll be like, oh, let's slow down a little bit. But all my friends are cautious about it. They're fully aware of it, and they're dear to me. So I love them no matter what they want to do with it. Well, I say whatever they want to do to themselves. Again, if they do something dangerous to themselves, then I'm going to be like, hey. If you think about it, God is non-binary, so it makes sense to be on Easter. There you go. Perfect. It's all connected. SCP-1922 is a 90-year-old Caucasian male named Herbert. SCP-1922 is diagnosed with diabetes mellitus type 2 and peripheral vascular disease. Subject's medical condition with the effect of the anomaly have caused several episodes of gangrene in the lower limbs, which have led to amputation. For a full list of medical details on SCP-1922, please see document 1922-med. SCP-1922 behaves as a normal elderly human until expiring expiring from a natural cause, myocardial infarction being the most common probable cause of death. SCP-1922 remains in a state of clinical death for approximately 45 minutes, after which it slowly reanimates. Full recovery may take up to 2 hours. After reanimation, the subject is slightly disoriented, but the periods of clinical death have not been shown to cause any neurological damage. IQ testing has proven to no deterioration, and SCP-1922 appears mentally healthy and intelligent. Compared to subject's advanced age, the level of intelligence is well maintained. The subject describes experiences in elaborate detail supposedly taking place during the anomalous activity. Currently, no evidence exists nor may be provided to support the subject's claims. Whether the anomaly induces vivid hallucinations or SCP-1922 deliberately produces misinformation is unknown. For more details, please see document 1922 Psi and the interview log. Note: 2005, 7th 3rd has been recorded that the time SCP-1922 remains clinically deceased extends after each subsequent expiry. The reanimation process nevertheless takes subsequently less time. Note: 2008 5th SCP-1922 has started to show suicidal tendencies. I mean, to be fair, they probably have they're probably getting more and more aware that they're just coming back to life over and over again. So they just end up wanting to die for sure. They just want to be dead, absolutely for sure. Kind of like how, Deadpool, whenever he dies, he gets to visit death and they make out and then he gets reanimated and then he's like, no, I want to stay! Which I believe in one of the timelines, one of the story of Marvel, the reason why Deadpool comes back to life every single time is because Thanos changed it so he would not stay with death, because Thanos has the hots for death. So yeah. Recovery: SCP-1922 was recovered from hospital on 1997-6/6. Specialized doctors were alerted when a man had regained consciousness in the hospital morgue almost an hour after having been declared deceased. The subject was taken into custody of the Foundation, and the subject's family was later provided with substitute ashes. Class C amnestics administered to hospital staff in charge of the subject. SCP-1922 was led to believe he was being moved to a different hospital with better faculties, and now he's like, this ain't a hospital. Wait a minute. Interview 1 in 1997, 6th, 7th. He's supposed to be elderly, right? A 19-year-old, yeah. Initial interview conducted after containment. Alright, Herbert. Feeling better? My family know me, doctor. Have you told them? Well, Herbert, I'll take that as a no then. I might be old, doctor, but I'm not stupid. That's good. That's good, right? I mean, they mourn me already, don't they? I really wouldn't know. Of course, doctor. I just don't want to put them through this again. They'd be better off without, won't they? This wasn't the first time, doctor, It's happened before at home. Well, all by myself then. First I thought I had slept, but it wasn't all right, I guess you caught me this time, didn't you? An old man cheating death. How does it happen then, cheating death? I don't know. You tell me. You're the doctor here, doctor. I just wake up. Can you tell me what does happen? Can you describe it to me? Family Guy did to the name Herbert what he did to Clown. I really don't know. What it did to Clown. I gotcha. Also, you have today is Clown Day for you, isn't it? Clowns are in your mind today. I really don't know. There's nothing I can dare you? Can you just please not tell my family? Just promise you'll keep them out of this. And look, the subject refused to continue with the interview unless promised the family would not be contacted. I mean, that probably would have been guaranteed anyway. Interview 16, 999, 3rd, 9. It's called a callback. Oh, I'm fully aware what it's called. But at the same time, we had clowns 3 times in a row now. Every SCP had something to do with clowns. Come back in the next episode to see what funny way I change it up. Will be clown related again. An interview conducted shortly after SCP-1922 had recovered from the reanimation stage and following surgery. The subject recollection of experiences regarding the anomaly appeared to improve after each occurrence. Is it the same doctor? Yeah. I'm sorry about your foot, Herbert. Yeah, seems to go on like this. I'm not really going anywhere, am I? What can you tell me about your experience this time? It's awful. It's really is. I wish I couldn't remember, Doctor. I wish I'd forget like I used to. It's just too much. Tell me. Hell, it's like a waiting room. That horrible feeling of anticipation. The pressure. Hell. Do you mean it's hell you think you got to? Not in the way you think. Certainly feels like hell, but that's not it. What else? The usual. It's not changing, Doctor, okay? I'll tell you if it does. You don't have to ask me every time, you know. All the pieces. Sorry, Doctor. I feel really nauseous right now. Can we stop for a minute? And look, the subject appears to reflect feelings of impending death and surgery in dreams during clinical death periods. Interview 38, 2003, 11th, 20th. Interview conducted shortly after SCP-1922 had recovered from the reanimation station following surgery. This poor guy, he's just like, I just stop it. Just leave me alone. Why can't I just die, Doctor? We don't know, Herbert. We don't know. I wish you would help us. Help you. I'm the one here who needs help, but I'm beyond help. We're trying, Herbert. Trying. For years I've been dying here, and there's nothing you can do about it. What do? No one can escape death, but death escapes me. You know what I want, Doctor. What? Wait, this is Dr. Wilds? What? Who's Dr. Wilds? Maybe it's just another doctor in the same room. What? Next time I go, I want you to burn me, okay? Just burn me, you know. We don't perform euthanasia here, Herbert. Yes, I've heard. And the subject refused to continue unless promised cremation during next clinical death. Subject request not grant. Foundation, just grant his wish. He doesn't want to. He's done. He's done beyond. Like, how many years have passed? This was 1997, the first interview, and now you're at interview 38, which is 2003. 6 years have passed, and he's been going through this for 6 years, and that means, like, in those 6 years, he died and reanimated 37 times, at least, in those 6 years. And these guys are like, nah, we ain't gonna cremate you. Now we have interview 93, 2008, 4/30th. Interview conducted after SCP-1922 had recovered from the reanimation stage and following surgery. The subject reanimated crying. Amputation performed on the subject's right leg below the knee. Can I have a cigarette, Doctor? Of course not. Now with your condition, you know that you're not allowed liars. Now tell me. Tell you what? Tell you the same for the millionth time? I'm not telling you anything. It's just the stinking, steaming pile of pieces. All the worst things that happen in SCP do so because the Foundation is deathly afraid of trying anything. Yeah, right? either they try something in a situation they shouldn't have, because it's obvious. Like this, like sometimes they do something like we should try doing this experiment, and then they do it, and it obviously goes bad. And then other times where like, hey, should we just try something different? They're like, no, no, why should we? This seems like a good idea. The subject started trying to harm itself and had to be sedated. They can't commit. Yeah, honestly. Interview 130. 2012, 2nd, 1st. Foundation's just like me, for real. They're like me, for real, for real. Interview conducted after SCP-1922 had recovered from the animation stage, and following surgery, the subject reanimated streaming. Amputation performed on both legs and 3 fingers on the subject's right hand. You have to burn me. I'm telling you, burn me. The next time I go, you have to burn me. Herbert, no, I'm telling you, you have to do it. You just don't get it, do you? Listen. No, I'm done listening. You don't get it. You just don't get it. They're taking me pieces by pieces. Us all. Us all. The subject had to be sedated to evade behavior. Addendum 3, psychological evaluation. Except, even after years of interrogation, discontinued. 1998, 2nd, 8th, and ongoing interviews. So they interrogated him for the first year. SCP-1922 is reluctant to provide information on the means of acquired prolonged lifespan. SCP-1922 is considered to be completely aware of the process behind the reanimation but refuses to cooperate. No crucial information has been obtained from the subject, and as a medical examination and testing have proved inconclusive, the means to the subject's ability to reanimate remains currently unknown. That is absolutely awful from them. They're like, oh yeah, he clearly knows why he's coming back to life. He's fully aware, but he's not telling us. That's why we decided to keep him for 16 years. 15 years. And just keep him coming back, and even like cut him to pieces sometimes. So, yeah, he clearly is just not willing to tell us. That's what it is. Yeah, but are we really gonna comply with an anomaly? Yeah. SCP-1922 has become increasingly suicidal and even less compliant, making the monthly interviews unavailing. As medical examinations show, refer to document 1922 med, SCP-1922 is in a state of clinical death, shows no brain activity. However, after reanimation, the subject has been able to describe experiences that have supposedly occurring during the period. It has not been determined if the subject is actually capable of such experiences or if the description of such are merely intended to mislead the researchers. SCP-1922 claims that during death, or its consciousness is transferred to an undisclosed locus. According to the subject, this locus is occupied by what appear to be parts of the human body, mainly hair and limb. SCP-1922 has also occasionally described skin, organs, and teeth. The subject reports feeling of dread and nausea and often refuses to discuss these visions. This behavior led to the dismissed theory that SCP-1922 is able to dream while being clinically deceased. The absence of any brain activity indicates otherwise. SCP-1922 believes its own body to be responsible for the transfer, and the only way to escape this condition is to be cremated. Subject concerns are to be disregarded and those guys are torturing a 90-year-old man. They're literally they're torturing him. He's dying, and he gets to see this like weird creature just picking apart and eating people. And he's just like, hey, I don't want to go back there. Just cremate me, for God's sake. And they're all like, no. no, why? Why would we do that? But, like, the crazy thing about the Foundation is if one of their own, like, researchers or agents and all this stuff were to end up in that position of this old man, they wouldn't treat them any different. They would just be like, you're an SCP now, you're an anomaly. Whatever you say can be influenced by the fact that you're an anomaly. I don't care how many years you did your best for this company, for this foundation. I don't care how close you are to us. You're an anomaly now, so we're gonna treat you like one. It's just... it's so messed up.